It's there that we begin. You're here because Grouse got a tip from a source who is also someone who has some powers or seems to be that sort of person. But you've never dealt with him before directly until now, and his name is Mr. E. Mask. He has told you, as a show of good faith, that there will be an armed robbery happening here in the middle of the night. The reason that the truck flipped over is because something pushed it over from below, and that something is... It seems to be a woman who looks like a shark person. And this is Thresher. This is the supervillain Thresher. Why are you protecting casino money? Get out of here.
You know what? Shut up. That's why.
Alright, so no one stops Mr. Good from going back out. So, we just get the shot in the sewer. We get the panel in the sewer of you kind of like tracing Thresher's steps. And you find like their changing area, and near a coat rack you find a hard cardboard coupon for $2 off at Royce's Roll Carts. So we get that, and then we get a panel of Thresher talking to a figure. The figure is silhouetted, and she's like angry pacing back and forth, and she like punches a wall, and she's like, I can't, you know I need this money. There's gotta be another score. There's gotta be something big. And then the final panel like is the reverse shot, and it reveals that she's talking to Mr. E. Mask, and he says, I think I have something in mind. How is this a clue?
Oh, I've heard about this. I think that we hand in this coupon, right? And it's like a special coupon. And then they give us someone who's pushing it who will communicate some information to us.
I don't know what it is. I like you, kid. You seem like a good head on your shoulders. I heard there's a thing going on. Do you have a phone number? I can text you about it. I'm not going to say what it is, but, we know.
What are we going to do?
I mean, look, most of us, well, she saw some of us, she didn't see all of us.
I mean, I can't show my face there.
I'm also worried it won't be cool with her if we just show up with a +1.
Do you guys want to look a second lookout?
I just don't want my photo on the front of the tabloids next to the words "did a crime."
It sounds like being a celebrity hero is like makes it harder to be a hero.
And so she walks you through what's about to happen. It is a auction for local art that is being run by the Veranda family. And Thresher explains to you that there is a painting up for auction by some sort of unknown artist that was actually stolen by the Veranda family, and she has a buyer who, she explains, is going to give us enough money so that none of us have to worry about anything. All right, let's zoom in on the action. Let's get ready for this to pop off. Thresher, Alundra Alvarez tells you to go ahead and move up. Team Tuna Fish. We'll be right here in the van. Get ready for it. And the vans are parked down on the street, just like at the bottom of the boardwalk ramp, basically. And the two of you head up and you sneak up.
We gotta wait long enough for it to be plausible, right?
I mean...
Yeah, she gives you still... you synchronize watches, right? It's like, okay, in 5 minutes, pull the alarm or whatever, you know.
Yeah, so we should just do like a minute. 3, right? Like,
I'd say like 4. We should go on 4.
All right, that's further than I wanted, so that's great.
Well, plausibility. You're right. Like, if we do it too soon, I guess we could do it right when we get there, because then we could be like, oh, I thought you meant to do it now.
No, I think like waiting just not long enough is fine. Like maybe we should desynchronize our watches.
Well, she's not going to check our watch.
Well, she might. No, we'd have the watch.
You're on a boat.
Sorry, what?
You're on a boat. You're on the boat.
We're just
Get off
waiting
the
for
boat.
3 minutes. I don't know what to do in
Okay.
this 3 minutes.
No, we should still be in position, but like just.
Well, we're here. This is our position.
I don't know, because there were like guards and stuff. You know, you gotta be a little
yeah,
careful.
we're not like. What alarm
thought
would we
you
be
were-
pulling from a boat?
Yeah, you're not literally on a boat. It was the metaphor
Oh, okay.
about being stuck on the boat. You got to get off the boat.
Okay.
I thought we
All
were
right.
by the alarm. Who do we need to get past to get to the alarm?
Oh, there's like guards and stuff, right? So you go up to you leave the van and
We're
you
in
walk
shark
up.
masks.
You're in shark masks, yeah.
All right.
And you're at the bottom of this boardwalk ramp, and as you like start to walk up it, you see that there's like, oh, there's people going into this venue still. There are a couple of people in suits. There's like one bouncer outside. Maybe you can see Franklin's silhouette up on the roof, waving at you or whatever. And then there are two guards who are patrolling. It's like a building on a pier, and so like the outside of the building there is like a little boardwalk that wraps around the building. You know what I mean? It's like there's a pier, and then on the pier is this building, and so you can walk on the wooden boardwalk that's around it, and that is the side that she wants you to go in, is like the southern side or whatever, the right side of the building, where there's a side door and an alarm. But there is definitely a guard walking back and forth. How do you deal with this guard?
I got a plan. That's great.
Uh-huh.
And it's important to remember, whenever I charge the fight without hedging your bets, you can shift your danger up and any other label down. We can decide if this counts. I'm going to kind of like jog up to the guard and be like, yo, the building's on fire. And then when he turns, I'm just going to deck him.
Yeah, I think this just happens, right? This is not in the same way that I didn't make Franklin roll to get on top of a building, because that's what Franklin does. You are the champ. You knock out single guards like this all the time. So you knock him the fuck out. He goes, oh no, a fire! And then gets hit in the face. All right, and drops to the ground, like in a slump.
How do you know this guy was single?
You know, because I'm the GM, I kind of have access to all the
You
information.
have-
you know,
That's one of the things is when you in
right in
this
masks,
game,
you
one
have
of the
to
things in
determine
Mask you have to determine if someone's single or
relationship
not.
status. Yeah.
Every character has
You don't have to know
a
about
name,
what type of relationship.
alignment,
Yes,
and
a
relationship
relationship,
status.
just single or not.
Common law.
Yes. So yeah, you have access to this door. You pull the alarm. Is it time?
I mean, I hope it's a little before time.
Yeah. We're
Okay.
pulling it early, so.
We get the panel
But
of
just
the
a little
hand
bit
on the-
early.
on the fire alarm. We get the alarm going down, and we get alarms going off inside. Paternoster, everyone is like, the music is interrupted, the paintings are all like up on the stage, and the person who's on the stage is like, all right, everybody, we should calmly exit, except for the guards, who, these are very valuable paintings, please remain here, guards. We can't let and we see Vinny Veranda is here, and he like stands up in front of, he's like, everybody stay calm, the exit is to the rear or the sides, please move immediately and slowly, and he stays behind along with some other people in suits. You see Paternoster inside. You see that the two guards inside do have guns. They're just holstered right now. They're like jacket holsters, like interior holsters. Franklin,
Yeah.
what were you going to say? You were going to say something.
Sorry, yeah, it was a bad plan. I was going to try to throw my voice to let whoever announced the guards had to say that is against the law. You cannot ask someone to stay in a building when a fire alarm is pulled. You will be fined $10,000 or so, depending on the state.
I think the mafia probably doesn't care so much.
It's so good at a mafia event. Just this little voice coming down from the roof, like, that's a crime.
In fact, I think you see like the chief of police is here, and he leaves. And also, I want to be like, the chief of police was wearing a mask, and this should, for the viewer, it's like the same mask. If you scrub the DVD, you'll see it is the same type of mask that the cops were wearing in There Is No Greater Love.
At the gala?
At the gala, yeah. What does Team Alarm do at this point? Is it time for birds?
Right.
All right.
I think it has to be time for birds. You can't burn that advantage. You need to get the paintings
gotta
out
use-
while Thresher's crew's still scrambling.
So yeah, the alarm goes off. Thresher's crew starts moving. It's like, well, it's too early. Oh, the fucking tuna. Give me your power move. This is
That would be Freak?
Yes, this is Unleash Your Powers.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking. This is a strange way to unleash powers, but here we go. What is your freak? 1?
1, yeah.
Okay.
That's
And that
7.
is another 7. So on a 7 to 9, when you unleash your powers, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. I'm going to do the latter.
I don't get to choose?
I guess you could.
Mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. I was reading that "or" as a thing, as a choice for me, but not. But no, I think you're right.
Do you really like your idea?
Yes, but you can mark a thing instead. I'll find a way for my idea to show up at some point, probably.
Well, that seems unfair.
Well, my thing is I think that's true about the area, which will show up eventually. It's just this was an opportunity for that thing to show itself. But I'm not saying that the thing that you're doing will be unstable or temporary. I'm saying that that will be fine because you will have marked a condition, but the card I'm going to play that card at some point because it's a thing that's going to get put into play.
Okay, well, let's just do that then.
We don't need to. If you want to mark a condition instead and get
let's do the thing. Let's rip the bandage off.
I'm going to tell you the thing, right? Which is if you take the condition, retrieving the art will be successful. You will have the art because the effect won't be unstable or temporary. If you don't mark a condition, then the effect will be unstable or temporary, which means that I'm almost immediately going to put the art at threat.
Okay, I'm going to take a condition then.
Okay. So the birds, which condition are you taking?
I'm taking guilty because this is technically a crime still.
This is definitely technically a crime. What does guilty affect again?
-2 to provoke someone, -2 to assess the situation.
Okay, that's a big minus. That's not great. Okay. So, sorry, I'm just making sure of a thing. So what's this look like?
So this is, I'm going to say it's a few birds that come in. And Shanti has told one of them specifically what to take, and has told the others to just take whatever they think they can, just take anything, but just take any painting they want, not even the ones that Thresher was going to target specifically.
Wait, why?
It's
okay, wait, I have an actually important question. How do you know which is the right painting? I guess did she show you the specific right one?
She told us, here are the paintings that we like. Here's the big painting. Here's the good painting.
Did I say that she told you the good one? Yeah, I guess she said
this is the painting that was stolen.
Yeah, she did say there was one painting that was stolen. So yes, that means I can describe the painting here. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, then yes, they grab all the paintings. They grab all the paintings they can. Paternoster birds have arrived. There are sprinklers going off. Birds have come into the sky. The sky lights. I almost said sky vaults, which is way wrong. And they begin lifting the paintings away. And I think at one point they have to pull a cover off of one of the paintings to check to see if it's the right one. So you have to get just an albatross revealing this giant painting. And the giant painting is of a little girl seated on a tree swing, basically. And it is called Gale Green on a bench. Actually, and so it's a bench in front of some trees. And you can see that it's a yard that is right up against the beach. So it is green grass, but behind the green grass is the ocean and some sand. And there is something. As soon as you see the painting, you make your eyes connect with the little girls in it, Hilda, and there is a real presence there that is very strange. And you can see that there is an artist's signature, and it is HH.
Huh.
Which is probably, we know Hector who.
But that doesn't necessarily...
Hilda doesn't know that.
When I look at it, this is a painting, right?
No, the eye thing is weird. The eye thing is weird. There is something
magical
supernatural about this painting. Yes.
Okay.
Immediately, there's no doubt about it. Hilda is like, you are struck by something about that. In fact, you may need to take afraid. I think you take afraid.
Oh, I'm frightened of this painting?
You are frightened of this painting. Yeah.
Is it specifically am I frightened? Okay, we need to talk about painting fear.
Yeah.
Am I frightened because I am encountering a painting that is supernatural? Or am I frightened because something in the gaze of the girl in the painting instills fear in me?
Both. And it's both. It's that the something in the painting is made to communicate something about the gaze of the girl. The gaze of the girl is... So this game is all about influence, right? This game is all about people judging other people. And even though this is a little girl, there is something in her gaze that makes you feel like you should never show your wings. There is something deeply judgmental about her. So maybe it's actually insecure and not afraid. There is something about her that says, there is a right way to be a little girl, and it is the way I am a little girl, with a barrette in my hair, and a very nice Sunday dress. And I'm seated very, very consciously and carefully on this bench, and my hands are folded on my lap. And she is just like completely staring through you.
Wow.
And all of your like broadness and your expressivity and your flight, you're just grounded in this moment. And then the birds pick it up and fly this painting out the roof.
At the end of that sentence is, and then it is stolen by albatrosses.
By albatrosses. And so then, a moment later, and this is me playing that card, but it's not going to fuck up the painting. So you, Franklin, you see the paintings fly out from the inside, and for a brief moment, one of the birds has a red dot sight, or like a laser sight pointed at it. And you trace the laser sight back across to another building back on the back behind the boardwalk, like back in the kind of city part of the city, a couple of blocks away, and there is just a sniper watching this building. And you can see he's kind of like, he's a little schlubby. He has like a lot of big hair. But he has a fucking sniper rifle aimed at this bird, and you hear like the sound of a bullet flying past, and it doesn't hit the bird. The birds get away, because what Janine chose was market condition instead of the effect being unstable or temporary, and so the birds begin to fly to safety. Wherever that is, where is that? Is it like the amphibious vehicle out in the water, and they're gonna like dump it in?
I feel like they would probably go to Waxwing's place, right?
Okay, so then they immediately start taking off, headed north with this painting.
It's very much about securing those paintings.
Yeah. So they fly off screen, and we get...
And also a bunch of albatrosses in an amphibious vehicle is like too far even for us, I think.
Okay, that's fair. So yeah, we like taking the shots of the birds, missing, and then we actually get the reveal that like the sniper is Sunny Veranda, who has in the fiasco outro we saw, of course, turned into like a weird hitman. And Sunny like puts down the sniper rifle and starts running down a different unfinished building towards the ground to go figure out what the fuck is going on at this place.
Now,
not chasing the birds, but going to the art thing.
You answered my question, which was, do you think he's here watching the art show, or did he have an unrelated hit on one of the birds?
On one of the birds. Yes, it was a rival bird wanted him taken out. It was a whole situation, lover's quarrel, I guess.
A pelican wanted one of the albatrosses gone.
I'm the king of these here sands, see?
I got the biggest mouth.
When you're done with him, I want him to fit in my mouth.
I'm gonna swallow that boy whole.
So, and frankly, this is yeah. Anyway, Elena, there is a fire alarm. There are guards running around. There are people screaming and yelling. I think probably this is the moment that the birds have taken this thing away. We get the other reveal here, which is we get, I think probably you spot from outside looking in that in all of the chaos from a back door, Mr. E. Mask comes in, and the way it is drawn, he is like stiff like a board, and he's floating basically, but the way that that's portrayed is like you're seeing it through a window over a countertop or something, and his body is just perfectly vertical. Inside Paternoster, you can see that he is in fact like floating just barely off the ground. Like,
whose body?
Mr. E Mask is basically floating into this room, and is like, "Where is the painting?" And he has a mask on that is like, it animates in claymation to various like emotional states.
Oh God!
And like very like low frame rate claymation. And so it goes from this grinning to this very bad frown, and is like looking for this painting now. And he has arrived and was, supposed to be here to get the painting after it was stolen, and instead it has not been stolen.
Did he see it get stolen by birds, or has he just heard from from someone that's just like, everything's gone wrong?
In fact, I changed my mind. He did not in fact walk in from another room. He was the door and turned from a door into a man.
Oh my God!
So yeah,
so
imagine that
been here all along,
all with the same like claymation effect, basically.
So it's just like Paternoster stares down a painting.
Yeah,
painting is stolen by birds. Door turns into man,
and then Thresher and the gang show up behind you, and you are in this room.
Oh God!
And there are still like 2 guards here, plus 3 guards, 2 guards plus Vinny, and then Elena and Grouse outside one door. And
I'm right above.
And you're right above, and Franklin is above, and no one knows where Franklin is. Except for Sonny, but Sonny isn't here yet.
Oh, jeez.
Who does something?
I do something.
What do you do?
I I just I land onto Mr. E Mask.
Oh, can we actually we get like recognition from Thresher of Mr. E Mask, and then we get Thresher recognizing Mr. E Mask, and then Paternoster. And, we get Thresher saying, "Mask!" And then the mask saying, "Paternoster!" And then we get you jumping down. Are you directly engaging a threat? It sounds like you...
I am very directly engaging a threat.
All right, when you directly engage a threat, roll danger. Also, this feels like one of your things. This feels like... oh wait, no, it doesn't. Doesn't. You have to actually take them down. Huh?
If I finish it, I also am rolling a -1 for danger.
Okay, well this should be great.
This is
actually wait. We have to do a special thing. This is because it's the beginning of a fight. This is like a thing. This is when you enter battle against a dangerous foe as a team. Add 2 to the team pool, so you got those.
Okay.
Who's the leader of this team? Still Grouse? It was Grouse last time.
It sounds like... No, I was the leader...
It was Paternoster.
I think this is Grouse. Or Elena. Grouse or Elena.
Oh, I didn't realize each one had a different leader. I thought it was just we picked.
You decide who the leader is. I think some teams have leader,
different
like
leaders,
who's the
different
leader
times?
of this mission. And other people say, no, I'm Cyclops. I'm the leader.
Right, yeah, Cyclops does say that, right?
All the time.
Is this I guess this is a sneak attack, so it's not that.
No, wait. We have to finish the team mechanics thing first. This is the thing I'm saying.
Yeah,
so, when we enter battle against a dangerous foe as a team, this is happening as a team, even though you're hitting first here, this is like a big thing. So, if the leader, who I guess is Grouse, is this Grouse? Or are we saying Grouse is the leader of this plan?
I think so, yeah.
If the leader has influence over every teammate, add another team. Does not, right?
No.
If everyone has the same purpose in the fight, add another team. What is your purpose in the fight? Considering
beat up the criminals.
You've already secured the painting. So yeah,
Take down Thresher.
Take down Thresher?
Yeah.
Is everyone on board with take down Thresher?
Yes, Art's AFK.
Oh, is Elena... Okay, I didn't realize Elena was AFK. Okay.
Yeah, I guess take down Thresher. I guess I'm more concerned about Mr. E Mask.
It is fine to not be on... To not get this extra bonus point.
Yeah, Mystery Mask kind of feels like the bonus objective for me.
Also,
he
like,
seems
is
like
your
the boss.
character
Seems like we
concerned, or are you concerned?
Right.
There's another
well,
difference. 'Cause,
Mystery
like,
Mask is like our target's boss.
but we don't know that. He's also helped us.
Yeah,
right?
we out of
Like,
character know that. In character, she was not like, and then Mr. E. Mask told me what to do.
Mystery Mask was the one who pointed us towards Thresher in the first place.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, you should take her down.
Yes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that we knew that he was two timing us.
In fact, we can expand that previous sequence, right, to where before you jump on him, he says what happened, right? This is a comic book, so he says Thresher, and she says, if you were here, why did you need me to steal the painting? And he says, I just needed to be sure. And I'm trying to think, how would it come out in this way? He says your name. He says Paternoster. And Thresher says, you know her? She tried to stop me the other night. And he says, I needed to be sure you were desperate. Revealing that he, in fact, sent you after her so that she would be desperate enough to do a job like this, which definitely was going to involve violence and also acting against the Veranda family, who you don't fuck with in Bluff City. So, then you jump down. So we were figuring out Art is back. We were figuring out the like team role thing. If any member, we were trying to figure out this one, which was if everyone has the same purpose in the fight, add another team. So given
What's
that
everyone's
information,
purpose in this fight?
that is my question.
My stated purpose was we just heard that this was sort of all orchestrated by Mr. E. Mask. Mm-hmm. And so then I'm going to jump on top of him with violence.
Right.
All right, I don't think we can get this die then, or this point.
What is your goal?
I'm going to mess up some verandas. We got unfinished business.
That's true. You do have unfinished business with them because they are the ones who made you, right?
Yeah.
Who gave you your powers.
I'm gonna rough up some mafia.
Great. Not on the same purpose. If any team member mistrusts the leader of the team, remove a team. Does anybody mistrust Grouse?
No.
No.
If your team is ill-prepared or off-balance, remove a team. No.
No,
you're good.
we're prepared. We're just
Totally.
apparently prepared to do a variety of things.
100%. Anyone working with the team can spend, as a reminder, at this point, anyone working with the team can spend team 1-for-1 to help a teammate, give them +1 to their roll. And team members can also spend team to act selfishly. When you act selfishly, say how your actions ignore or insult your teammates, removing one team from the pool. And shift one label up or one label down, your choice. You can use this option after rolling to alter the label you are rolling with.
So are we adding what? Two
No, we're
to
not.
The team?
I don't think we're adding any. Unfortunately, we just two.
Didn't
two
we get
total.
the first?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you didn't get any of the questions. Unfortunately,
No, didn't we all trust the leader?
that's not.
But that's for taking one away.
Yeah,
if
you
don't.
lose one if you don't trust the leader. All right, give me a directly engage a threat.
Okay. This is a sneak attack, so I'm, I don't think it is, but this is not being dramatically under fire, even though there's a bunch of them down there because it's a sneak attack.
No, it is not being dramatic. Is that a thing? Do you have a thing that's like when you're dramatic?
I have a thing that lets me roll savior
Yeah,
instead of
no,
danger.
this
for
is
being
not
dramatically
that
under
yet.
Fire.
No.
Next move, it would be that.
Oh yeah, almost certainly.
Yeah. Okay. I should roll it before I close that. Roll danger.
Danger is at -1 right now.
Do we have to help before, or is it after?
You can help after.
Okay.
I think
6, miss.
that's a miss, but you're one off. So yeah, someone
one
could
off.
add team here. What happens? What goes wrong? And how can someone help you?
What if, am I pitching this? I can pitch who
anybody can
helps
pitch
me
it.
and how.
Yep.
What if I'm a little bit, what if I'm like gonna miss by like a little bit and, Paternoster sort of like uses a wind gust to blow me back onto course, like, or into harder.
Paternoster?
Oh, like a wing
Like
beat?
a whirlwind, like a wind beat, like a big flap to give me a boost.
Yeah, I can.
Can you do a boost like that? Is that a thing that you do?
I can flap my. I assume I can. I mean, I imagine it's more out of shock that seeing you just like
Fall.
just fall than anything else.
Like, you know that if you don't do this, Franklin's gonna
It's gonna
fall
be-
from the fucking ceiling onto the ground, head first.
Marble ground, probably.
Probably.
right. Yeah.
So
I
you-
can definitely do
you
this.
Push him back, and he lands right on Mystery Mask. Instead, on a 7 to 9, pick one. Resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
What does impress, surprising, or frightening them do as a, like, mechanically?
So mechanically, what it would probably do in this situation would give. So these characters don't have HP. They also get conditions, sort of like you do. And those conditions are sort of their HP. And if they ever fill in all of those conditions, that would make them leave the scene. You can do that by hitting them and doing damage, so to speak, right? Like, doing this will already probably do that, but choosing impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. Well, the two things I would do here is, it would be, let me see, what can he get? He can get afraid. I think he would feel afraid, which would make him do certain moves in response. Like, I'd play him as being afraid of this moment. And then also, I think maybe two of the mafia guards would try to flee because, like, this is some superhero shit. Nah, I gotta go. So that would impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Yeah, let's frighten them.
The note here is you will take a blow from this if you don't.
That's fine.
pick.
I'm gonna frighten them.
Okay, so between the two of you, the two mafia guards are like, "This is above our pay grade, boss," and they start heading out to the side exit. They don't know Elena is there, but Elena is there, so we'll get to that in a moment. And then, yeah, Mr. E. Mask, I think you land on him. Do you, like, just tackle him to the ground, basically?
Yeah, right to the, it's sort of just like hands on back and sort of driving him into the ground.
And you see his face turn to shock, like in that slow claymation thing, which I don't know how you do that in a comic book. In retrospect, I should have picked something that worked. I guess it's just like 3 panels of it slowly changing. That's not very efficient paneling. But it changes.
Sometimes inefficient paneling is efficient paneling.
That's true. And you can see he's actually incredibly scared in this moment. And so he, God, what? Okay, so
I know how you do it.
I know what his powers are.
Sorry, no, I mean like the how to panel.
Oh, please.
The mask changing.
Mhm.
It's the sort of like when you have someone turning their head in the comic books, but their head is drawn in 2 different positions with movement lines. But in this case, it's the movement lines, and then when he looks the other direction, the mask is like a different.
Yes,
has different. Shapes
on
it.
We get a shot of you pinning him to the ground, and he grabs on to your shoulders in fear, and I need you to take a powerful blow to see if this works. When you take a powerful blow, roll plus conditions marked. Right now you have no conditions marked, so just roll 2d6. You want this to be low. That is an 8, unfortunately.
It's the 3 stages, so this is the middle?
This is the middle one. On 7 to 9, choose one. Either I'll explain what's happening here, and then you can decide. You lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain. Mark 2 conditions. Mr. E. Mask has locked eyes with you, and we get a panel of your face starting to make the same face that he is making. He is trying to possess you.
Possess me. Okay.
Yeah. You can feel him probing
I'm gonna verbally
into
lash out. Okay, you do your thing.
That's all. He is trying to breach into your mind and take over your mind.
I'm gonna verbally lash out. Do I have to provoke a specific teammate, or can I give a general?
You pick a
lash
teammate.
out?
Yeah, a teammate, a particular full
teammate.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I lash out at? Are there still birds around? Can I yell at grouse to no?
No, they flew out. They're safe.
They all flew out.
They've made it out. Yeah.
Damn, that would have been fun. Oh, I think that I yell. we don't have the scene yet. I don't want to do. Oh, this sucks. Maybe I'll just take 2 conditions.
Yeah, you're not ready to yell at your friend for.
Well,
you're not ready to be mean.
Yeah. Well. No. Okay. This is the good one. I give ground, and my opponent gets an opportunity.
Okay. So you basically like back away because if you don't, they will take control of you here.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to give you a condition here, which is you don't get brain controlled, thankfully, but you do take. How does this make you feel when this happens? Actually, I'll just ask you this question. How does someone kind of poking around in your brain and trying to control you and like make you feel? Is it afraid, angry, guilty, insecure, or hopeless?
I guess it's either insecure or hopeless because, like, insecure because I don't have real superpowers. Maybe someone else could have, like, resisted easier, or hopeless because my mind almost got controlled, which is not a good feeling.
Pick one. Tell me which one and take that condition.
I'm going to do insecure.
All right, so mark insecure for me.
Which is -2 to defend, -2 to reject what others say.
Yeah, that makes sense. Elena and Grouse, 2 mafiosos are running towards you.
Left to my own devices, I'm going to try to double clothesline them.
Grouse, are you leaving him to his own...
Thresher is not out here, right?
Thresher is not out here. Thresher is inside. Right. Are you leaving her to her own devices? Grouse.
I kind of feel like Elena's got this, to be honest. Like, and I probably want to go, like, change into my costume. Like, my good person costume.
Does another bird show up with parts of your costume? Like, how do you do that?
I mean, how does any hero ever do it?
I don't know, but I don't know. Is it?
I mean, like Superman does it at super speed in a phone booth.
Right. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man has it on underneath and like pulls a mask out of a pocket or whatever.
Batman is dressed by some sort of robot in his bat pole.
I don't like calling it that.
Bat pole?
In his
What's wrong with bat pole?
I
mean, that's canon.
Yeah, I know.
I think this is okay. The answer is to make it look really cool and comic-y. So I think the thing that happens is that Grouse sort of has a moment of just like, yeah, okay, she's got this, and then like bolts around like the side of the building, like in a space between the wall and like dumpsters or something. Mm-hmm. And it's like one of those really long panels of her just like running, and sort of like as she's running, she runs into like a cloud of birds or something, and then they scatter, and then she's got her grouse outfit on.
Perfect.
Thousands and thousands of birds throughout Bluff City have little bits of Grouse's costume at all times.
They also know how to do her hair because she has sort of loose curly hair as a civilian, but her hero outfit is definitely like it's in some tight braids on the top of her head that kind of like are tall. So there's
honestly,
just some bird hairdressers in Bluff City. That's just how it is.
Perfect. Cool. Where are you headed, Grouse? Elena, you knock these fuckers out. This is not a thing.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Grouse is headed around to kind of get behind Thresher's entry point and like block her in.
Okay, yeah, I think you do that for sure. I think as you're coming around, though, you see that coming down the block is Sunny. Running down the block towards you is a hitman, dressed like a hitman is dressed. With like
a hitman can be dressed in a bunch of different ways.
Fuck yeah,
I've
played
played
that
the
game.
game.
That's true.
He's dressed like a hitman is dressed, which means he's wearing a chicken costume.
Right. That's it. This is a big chicken costume for.
So I can control him. That is what you're saying.
That's exactly it. He didn't know it was his one weakness. Yeah. So I think you spot him running towards you in like a nice suit. Also, and so you're between Thresher, who has not seen you yet, Thresher Sharks, and then Sunny outside. And then Paternoster, you're still inside and surrounded. So I think what we get is, Paternoster, we get that wide shot angle of you surrounded by everybody and kind of looking around, and then we jump from that to the shot of, or the panel of Grouse, like coming around the weird front corner of this place, behind where Thresher is, but ahead of where Sunny is, and then the birds, like putting on your regular costume, your grouse costume for you. It's like you're in a flock of birds, and then the next panel is you're out of it and you're in grouse mode.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So what do you do?
So Vinny's not out here then?
No, Vinny is inside.
Okay. So there's nothing in getting in the way of me just going in behind Thresher, or like
Sunny is on the ramp below you to your south, so he would be behind you if you just took a left here.
This thing I was gonna do still works, honestly. So it's
okay.
It actually works whether it's Sunny or Vinny. So it's fine. So yeah, okay. Grouse doesn't love the idea of Sunny like being at her back.
Sure.
Even, like regardless of what he's doing, that's not a good position. But also I don't know that she I think she has like a vague understanding of who he is. Like she has access to the information about the criminal shit going on in this town, of course. So she knows that much. But I think there's like a look of she's like looking at him as she's coming around the corner, and then there is like a look of recognition in like the panel shot of her face kind of thing. And then I think as Grouse like takes that corner and her big like ruffly feather neck part probably obscures this for a bit, but then she like takes that corner and there's she takes that corner and there's like a shape in the shadow behind her with like bright eyes that is singularly focused on Sunny, because Elena is not the only being with a vendetta against the Veranda family.
100% true.
Nor even the only being who is kept for their entertainment and leisure. It's Rupert.
It's Rupert. It had to be Rupert.
The meanest bird in Bluff City.
Rupert was like probably close by and then like sent a message like, he's mine.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's him. I see.
Rupert was nearby like destroying a vending machine or something. Just some like entirely petty act of vandalism.
So what does this look like as a roll? I'm gonna slide us back over to moves really quick. Also, you're not going to trigger been reading the files on Sunny, I'm guessing. I
mean, that's about the superhuman world.
He's right on the edge at this point in a comic book story, you know? Like,
also, the line for that is specifically when you first encounter an important superpowered phenomenon.
Yeah.
But he's, like, standing there.
He's standing there. Yeah, that's fair.
He's not, like, standing there with, like,
doing his, like,
smoke
weird
coming off of him or something. So.
Yes, yeah. So I think this is what are you trying to do? Like what is the end result that you want here?
The end result is that Rupert is going to engage Sunny while I deal with Thresher. While I get him behind Thresher and like carry on with the main plan.
Yeah, I still think this is directly engage a threat. Mm-hmm. Right? This is not unleash your powers.
Yeah.
I guess it's unleash your powers if your goal. It could be unleash your powers if your goal is not to fuck up Sunny, but to distract Sunny. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, that's part of the complicated problem of this is like Grouse doesn't have a goal here. Grouse is like, Rupert, I know this is important to you, but like it's.
Yeah, you as the co-comic book writer. Is the end of this panel, if the roll goes well, Sunny knocked out on the ground, or is it you behind Thresher, safe to get in a good hit? Do you know what I mean?
I think to be fair to Rupert and Rupert's story, it should be the first one.
Okay, then it's directly engage a threat. So roll danger, which is a 0 for you.
It's a 0.
That's a hit. 7. On a 7 to 9, pick 1. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies. Impress, surprise, or frighten the opponent.
I think the thing that makes the most sense is to create an opportunity, right? Like, that's kind of what the intention of this is in general.
Mm-hmm. So what's that look like? What's the opportunity you're creating?
I think the opportunity I'm creating is that, like, we've established that Rupert is incredibly dangerous and scary. Yeah. I think the opportunity is that, like, Sunny's hands are full for the time being.
For like the
even
remainder
if
of this sequence, basically.
I don't want to get greedy or anything, but he's got some shit to deal with that is not a bunch of teens or paintings.
That's true. Yeah. I will say that. I think what we get is like, you fucking bird. I can't. And it's just like, what's it look like when Rupert shows up? Like, is Rupert just up here behind him?
Rupert appears from behind me.
Okay.
And is like.
And like cuts off.
I'm thinking of like the eyes shining in the dark, like weird, vague shape. There's like a couple panels of that, and then it's like maybe Rupert runs under a street lamp or something, and you get like the red feathers and the glinting beak and stuff. I feel like Rupert should have like a nice neck scarf or something. I don't know why.
Love
just
it.
feel like
good.
I just
what
feel
color
like
is the neck
Rupert
scarf?
should have some flair. Maybe like striped.
Mm-hmm.
Like a very tone-on-tone kind of subtle stripe, or like one stripe is like sort of shiny, so it catches the light.
So we get a shot then of Rupert showing up and like jump lunging at Sunny. Sunny like just turns his guns at Rupert and starts trying to shoot this bird, but the bird is too powerful and too fast and knocks the pistol away. Are you turning to go in behind Thresher at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, so as soon as you get into the kind of lobby of this building, and we don't get I don't think we get to see why this happens, or you don't get to see why this happens, but it's you like running into this lobby space, and then an explosion, and you're like backlit by an explosion as as a grenade goes off that Sunny throws, presumably at Rupert, that Rupert has knocked away and destroyed the main door out here, and also has like started to shake the foundations of this building. Like that, this building is an old building. The grenades were not meant to be thrown at this building, at this weird old like heritage pier. And so the door out is now blocked, or the main door out. The side doors are still available, but the whole building shakes at that point. And then we don't see more of Sunny or of Rupert. Who else? Who goes next? What do we see then? We cut from that. I think we see Thresher like turn to face you, Grouse, at this point, but we don't see. Then that cuts to a different sequence. Elena, Paternoster, Franklin, what's going on?
I know what I'm doing unless someone has something specific.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just focused on getting inside, but I'm happy to.
You can be inside whenever you want.
I think that Franklin is still like, you know, fight scenes happen super fast. Everything's sort of all happening at once. I think Franklin is still like in the middle of that same first couple seconds with Mr. E. Mask, where I fall and then almost get possessed was
possessed,
the word
and then Paternoster like used her wings to do a burst of air that knocked you out of the way.
Yeah. So I'm going back all in on Mystery Mask. I think that I'm just going to try to, I guess pummel is the word. I'm pummeling Mystery Mask.
Oh my god.
Okay, what's that look like on the panel on the page?
So I'm thinking of him as sort of standing or floating.
Yeah, he's
still.
floating. He's floating. Yeah. Or he gets back up. Remember, you knocked him down, so I think we get him like standing. Floating back up.
Floating back up. Okay,
yeah.
So floating back up. I think that you know that stance that's everywhere, like sort of like when you get knocked down and it's sort of like one knee on the ground and one like foot like kneeling, and like ready to go back up.
Yeah.
I think that like from that to a lunge straight at Mystery Mask.
Perfect. Give me a roll. That sounds like directly engage a threat.
Yeah, so this is good. This is going to be plus Savior.
Yes, because you have suck it demission or whatever.
Yeah.
Suck it, demission.
Yeah. Can we come up with something else for that? I guess it's too late now. It's just
it's the end of this. Yeah, it's a very weird inside. So go ahead and give me a Savior roll. Your Savior is 3.
Yeah.
We also have to make sure this roll looks right because I have to see a thing. Full hit. We don't have to see shit.
All right, full hit.
I wanted to make sure that it didn't trigger, because you're insecure right now, which is -2 to defend, -2 to reject what others say. And I wanted to make sure that didn't just automatically apply to superior, or to savior rather, since that's defending. It shouldn't, because it's not. You're good. So 10. You.
How do I clear that, by the way? Where's
so if you look on the screen in front of you, on like the conditions thing. Did I bring you back over? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So it's take foolhardy action without
talking to your team. I don't think
Yeah, no,
this is right on the line. This is right on the line. This isn't foolhardy.
I just got the condition. I'm willing to
sit with it for
conditioned for a little while.
Yeah, longer. I think that's fair. So when you directly engage a threat on a 10, pick 2. So pick 2 of that same list that Shanti just had.
Okay. All right, so at this point, we're at everyone left is like of a villain, like a big villain.
The Thresher has some sharks with her.
Okay,
but yeah, this is a villain-ass villain. You don't want to get hit here. Getting hit here from I almost said Demission, from Mystery Mask will mean taking a powerful blow.
Right. Yeah. So that I guess answers 2 of my questions. It means that I do want to resist or avoid their blows.
Okay.
And it means that I'm not super concerned with doing impress, surprise, or frighten again.
Okay. Because you did that once.
I did do that, and it worked to get like a bunch of the toadies and bootlickers out of the way.
Yes.
Perfect. Still funny. For me at least. So I think that I'm going to. Oh, you know what? I was going to create an opportunity for my allies, but I couldn't think of anything that we were going to take from them, and I think that means that whatever I do end up taking from them is something that I'm totally not expecting. So I want to take something from them.
Okay, but now I'm going to say, what are you trying to take from them?
Okay.
See, it's not like not like you rolled thief. You know what I mean? It's like
you rolled pinata.
I'm trying to think if there is something you take from them.
Oh, what do I take his mask?
Yeah.
Can I take his mask?
Yeah, you could take the mask. Are you sure you want to take the mask?
Oh, no, I feel like this is a real... Oh, we should...
I'm demasking unmysteried
I don't think there's anything under there.
Well, we'll see.
So, there's going to be a bit of a retcon here. Not from this game, but for Bluff City in general. If you haven't listened to past Bluff City episodes, don't even worry about what I'm about to say. You pull off this mask, right? So you just like yank it out. You just like, you're pummeling this dude, and you can see we get the claymation change of the face. 3 panels in a row of the face changing. And I think you just smash it. You don't take it unless do you want to like rip it off, or do you want to just break it?
Yeah, I'm like intentionally like, who is this guy?
So you rip it off and pull it off, and underneath you see. I'm gonna link you to it.
Oh my god, it's Aaron Eckhart.
That's Aaron Eckhart under there.
There he is.
You see a chitinous shell with sharp spikes on the top. I'm just going to pop it right into chat.
Oh no, I know what this is.
It is the top of a horseshoe crab that is underneath there. And the spikes on the shell. And you also have, it also straight up, like when you pull it off, this giant weird stinger at the bottom of it. Like where his chin is, like almost like a goatee sharpened to a point, sharpened to like a knife-like point, appears. And it is just a horseshoe crab, like shield, like shell where his face should be. And you like pull at that, and that is his face.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, oh, it's another mask, but it's not.
It is not. It is not. And you feel like you pull, and his whole head comes up with it. And so here's the retcon. Previously, I was not clear on which, or I wasn't 100% sure when you first saw one of these people back in a previous game. I'm not going to spoil which one because I don't want to spoil it for people who are listening to these out of order. I think I described it as the bottom, as the like the legs and shit.
As that.
It is the other way. That is not this. It is the shell.
This second thing is worse.
It is, and we'll get there. Realize I'm pulling that off the table because I have to deploy it in a later game.
Okay. All right.
So for the listener, if you don't want to look this up, we're looking at a kind of it's the color of a crab, right? That kind of like orange color of a crab.
Yeah.
And it is shiny, and
it looks kind of like a scorpion with a helmet on.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Is this a face hugger from Alien?
That's
kind of
the
looks like
bottom
that,
is
too.
this animal is not, and what this thing is not. For the listener at home, you should recognize these from a previous episode in which they dealt with weird people wearing pea coats with horseshoe crab heads.
Or if you've ever been to a beach ever.
If you ever do a beach ever, a lot of these horseshoe crabs out there.
Totally docile, not harmful at all.
They're
to
chill.
people.
They're totally chill.
They're super chill.
They look cool as hell, but they're
I
also
hate
very
looking at
frightening.
it.
looking.
I hate looking at it.
The underside really is disgusting.
And we'll get there.
There's like barnacles.
I needed this faction is
the
not the
barnacles
bottom
inside.
side. This faction is the shell side.
So wait, just to be clear as well, it's not like it's sitting. It's oriented as though it's climbing up a wall or something, right? Like we're looking
At the shell.
It's not like a horseshoe crab has been put on his neck like a hat.
Right. They're not the face huggers, but it looks as if this guy is getting his face hugged.
Yeah, here, wait one second. This is a pretty good image. So it's like, at the top is like the rounded...
Oh my god.
This is a really great mask that I found, isn't it? At the top is the rounded... like the broad end of the front of a horseshoe crab. The front is flat and it rounds and curves, and then wraps back down and around, and then it comes to this long spike tail.
Honestly, this looks like a really great like trash punk robot.
Oh, it super does. Yeah. If you do a search for copper horseshoe crab wall hanging,
How you doing, Janine?
Google,
I really don't like it.
you will find what we're talking about. Copper horseshoe crab wall hanging. Oh, here's a good one. This is good because it's as if Mystery Mask is tilting his head, and I think he does this. It just goes tilt, but the spike, the just stays completely still, and it's just like turn.
Hang on, I gotta put
That
something
actually
here
kinda
that's
makes it
less
seem kinda
disturbing.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's.
For me, this now
There.
is giving it.
Okay. These are way less bad.
The tilt is now giving it sort of like a golden retriever vibe for me.
The tilt's good. The tilt is
Yeah.
good. All right. So, and I think
Feel
you
so
get
much better now.
you get that he says into your mind, "What did you expect, Franklin?"
Human face. I expected a human face.
Great.
Oh my god.
So now what? Oh, I guess you just took something. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Rest of y'all. Elena, the door is right in front of you. Paternoster, things are popping off everywhere.
Yeah. I think I want to unleash my powers.
Okay, but what do you want to? What are you doing? Tell me what you're doing.
I am gonna try and am I to assume that like our Thresher and the Sharks, which is my favorite 80s synth band, are they coming bursting through the door with Grouse hot on their heels?
Now
or are they kind of just
they've turned around at Grouse at the explosion that is separating Grouse from the exit now. I'm going to delete that door. They are now spun to your back, or at least some of them have, right? They're like now surrounding Grouse a little bit in this lobby.
I want to try and draw the attention of Mask and Thresher so that they can be more easily kind of, got
You're
by...
kiting them in MMO
I'm
terms.
kiting them. Exactly. I'm kiting them towards me.
Okay.
And I think... Now, I don't know how the order of describing this works, right? Because I describe what I want to happen, and then I roll. And then...
And then
I
we
roll
see how
freak, and then we see how it goes.
What are you rolling freak for? Are you rolling freak for Unleash Your Powers? Is what you're rolling.
Yes.
With the hope of getting their attention, basically.
Yeah.
This is not time for the show. Your other move? No, I guess not.
I thought about this. The problem with time for the show is that it's more about interacting with like NPCs nearby. So I could do that to be like. So it says name one or two NPCs present. The named NPCs must either volunteer help or information, express admiration, or ask for your help. GM's choice. On a miss, your display catches the attention of someone watching in the wrong way. I could see an argument for that being a more hostile move than how it first seems.
Yeah, I think it's actually secretly... I mean, it's very hostile in that it's about manipulating people and their willpower.
100%. And I have a good Paternoster thing for it. I'm just thinking about what I kind of want to achieve with this move. And what I want to do is create an opportunity.
Right.
I want the
right.
very star thing of, like, I want eyes on me so that other people can do well.
Yes. Yeah, that if you're looking to create an opportunity... or then that's provoke someone's about saying something. You're using your powers, right?
Yeah.
I think it might be time for the show still, because Unleash Your Powers is overcoming an obstacle, reshaping your environment, or extending your senses, right? You're not reshaping the environment. You're
I'm gonna reshape the environment.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's
the flamboyant
the thing you're doing.
Display is gonna be about reshaping the environment.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Well, then show me what happens. Tell me what you do.
So
that's the actual thing that we fucked up here. Is we should have just said I should have said do the thing you're doing, and then we'll fit the move
and then we
to
can
it.
work it out. Yeah, that's just. It's a second retcon this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in the panel we get like these boxes, which is like whatever the jazz song that the jazz band was playing earlier. And I don't think it's playing now, but I think that readers will just be like, "Oh, that's the song that was playing in the thing." And Paternoster just like lifts. I think she's been sitting in her chair this whole time. As the fight has been kicking off, she's just been sitting where she was.
Where she saw the painting, and the painting, like...
And the girl in the painting, like, gave her a bad look. And she just lifts out of her chair, and her wings kind of open behind her. And I think that the light from the wings and the stage lights catch all the glasses on the table, and the chandeliers, and the glass in the frames of the paintings. And when a prism catches the light, it scatters it across the room. It like shatters it across the room, and everything is covered in this light. I think what we see, because we know Paternoster can fly and has like strange light control, is those colors, except rather than having the sort of translucency of light and the fadedness of light, they are bright colors moving across all the surfaces. And I don't know whether or not I don't know whether or not I'm trying to get people interested because it's just like, oh my god, what the hell? A woman has risen into the air and now everything's colors. Or if there's something like the Dishonored terrifying hypnotism power where there is something about the movement of these lights that is enticing.
Mm-hmm. That's an Unleash Your Powers. Give me that good roll. What is your freak? 1.
My freak is 1.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes. Oh, can I take a team?
Team
Oh,
is
no, that's
spent
only
after
if
the
we're
fact.
working together. I'm thinking
Or
of gambits again.
Or if you're doing something very selfish. But this does not feel selfish at all.
No, I'm making an opportunity for someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that is a 7. So on a 7, you do it, but you mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Do I get to choose this, or do you get to choose
You get to choose if you want it to be a condition, and you tell me the condition, or you can tell me to make it unstable or temporary, and I'll tell you which one and how.
I think absolutely make it unstable or temporary.
I'm going to make it unstable. You rise into the air. Everyone looks... not at first. Everyone doesn't look at you at first because there's already a floating person here. There's a big shark person. Like, okay, it's a superhero fight.
Like, this is a bad evening in Bluff City.
And then you like attune yourself just so to the light, and the prism effect begins. And then it doesn't stop. And the colors get brighter and brighter, and the kind of prism of light coming out of your wings sharpens until they are hard beams of light. And the glasses get so bright in there, like so you catch a glass with a red ray of light coming out of one of your kind of stained glass wing compartments, wing sections, and it fills with the color red until it shatters. And then the red light keeps going and it hits the table, and the table begins to color in red. And then likewise for yellow and green and blue, it's just like someone has held up a prism and you have, but not even a prism. It's like, okay, I know what it is. Spoilers for Nancy Drew Last Train to Whatever.
Through Blue Moon Canyon.
Blue Moon Canyon. Sorry. There's a sequence in that game where all of a sudden there are a million laser beams going everywhere.
Yep.
It's that sequence. There are just lasers bouncing all over the place, and at first it's just light. They're kind of broad beams of light, and then they tighten until they're sharp lasers, and then until they're lasers that are imbuing color into things, and then they all pop and shatter. And so so that is why it is unstable. You're going to hold this for a moment or two. In fact, I think... here's what's happening. This place is going to fall into the fucking sea. You're destroying this place. It was already, the grenade didn't help, and now you're bringing this place even further
down. Is that just a shot of, like, some people in the shop across the street just seeing, like, light just streaming out of the auction house and being like, wow.
I think what we get is actually people down on the other end of the boardwalk looking this way, and it's just a laser light show happening. I'm like, I didn't know there was a laser light show scheduled for tonight. We should have gone.
Like breaking glass.
Yeah, exactly. So that is what's happening. This place is falling apart.
Cool. Am I still in the air? I can't.
You were still in the air.
I've lost control of this, right?
It is unstable. Yeah, you've lost control of it 100%. But everyone is like turning and looking, and there's this moment when everyone is now like, "Ah, shit! Do we have to get out of here or what?" Elena, let's go to you because you haven't. Are you back?
So like, what's Thresher up to? Because right now I haven't blown my cover yet.
Oh, that's fair. You haven't. Thresher is about to square off against Grouse. Or was before everything was about to just, like, pop off, basically.
I can't help with that.
Why? Wait, okay.
Well, I can't help Thresher against Grouse.
No. Oh, okay. I thought you meant you can't help Grouse. So I was like, damn.
Can I get the map page back?
Yes, you can. Boop.
But I could definitely engage with Mr. E-Mask if that's still... I don't know how much being a crab face has
You may not have even seen it, right? I think we get... In fact, in that we can backfill that panel to where Franklin's pulled off the mask. Franklin sees, we see the face mask of the crab, but behind Mr. E-Mask is Elena getting ready to charge in.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And just to be clear, Mr. Good, Franklin is your rival, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's my rival move right now?
You just get... what is your rival move? Oh, it's always... Did you not write this down?
It's not always the same. I should have written it down somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they? I'll know it when I see it.
It is Defender, Friend, Listener, or Enabler?
I think I picked Defender.
That seems likely.
And what does that do?
When you leap in to defend your love or rival in battle, roll plus danger instead of plus savior to defend them.
I'll roll in. I'll do that. I'll defend.
Franklin?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So you're going to roll to defend? And also, you have a thing for this. When you charge into a fight without hedging your bets, you can shift your danger up and any other labels down.
Yeah, I'll do that too. And I think I'm trying to like do a kind of I'm doing I'm trying to like fit the danger thing with this. So I think my defense is kind of like I'm gonna bowl into Mystery Mask and like defend by trying to pose a bigger threat.
Sure.
And then like push him aside, then get in between.
So a thing is,
you
can't increase any label over 3.
Then I guess I'm not gonna do that. I guess I'll just roll the danger that I have.
I think that there is something that happens if you could do that, though. If a label would shift up +3 or down past 2, then no shift at all occurs. Neither of the two labels that would change goes up and down. Instead, mark a condition, a negative emotional state that starts affecting your actions.
Well, can I just not?
Yeah, you can choose not to
use the move.
Yes. Though, if you did and marked angry, you could then use your thick and thin-skinned move, which is whenever you have angry marked, take +1 ongoing to unleash your powers. But that's really getting very pedantic and rules lawyery here.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. So I'm trying to impact Mr. E-Mask. Oh, I was about to ping my...
Sorry,
But
I
yeah,
wanted to
it's
read
not
what defend
important.
is. Yeah, so when you defend someone or something from an immediate threat, roll plus savior. For NPC threats on a hit, you keep them safe and choose one. On a 7 to 9, it costs you expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation. So go ahead and give me that defend. Give me that savior roll. Your savior is -1.
But it's danger because it's.
Oh, it is
rival.
danger. Right, yes. Oh, wait. No, it isn't. It's not danger. Oh, it is danger. It's danger from that move. From the move you
Bull's
don't have
Heart,
written
yeah.
down. I'm like, where is it danger? So yeah, go ahead and roll danger.
Oh, that was a bad roll. But luckily, it was +3.
So you had an 8. On a 7 to 9, it costs you. Expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation. You still choose one. Add a team to the pool. Take influence over someone you protect. Clear a condition.
I guess I will add a team to the pool because I do not have a condition to clear, and I already have influence over
Mr.
Mr. Good.
That's true. All right, so let's add another team to the pool. Hell yeah. But you expose yourself to danger. So what's this look like? You just charge in and like shoulder down.
It's a putting myself in between the two of them by moving him.
What's the movement look like?
I think it's just like a shoulder tackle.
Okay. Oh, so sorry. By you say him, you mean Mr. Good, or do you mean
I mean Mystery Mask.
Mystery Mask? Okay, of the two Misters, Mystery Mask. So you shove him like to the side,
Not like a damaging shove. but
yeah,
like,
yeah. I got you. I am
Like
bringing us
now,
back to the
there's
map,
gonna like I think my yeah, like that,
and then you're like here.
or maybe he's more like here.
Okay, so you've done like
Or
a little. You've like come in and spun him around in some way. You hit him so
Yeah.
hard, you like charge through him and then turn and take a stance, being in between Mr. E Mask and Franklin. Got it. So here's the thing though. Like, as soon as you do that, you like charge past. You like take a defensive stance. You like hands up, fighter stance, and then we just see like a drop of blood hit the ground. Because as you passed through, you didn't know about this like dagger-like neck spike, this chin spike that has now caught you, and you immediately like you have your hands in a fist and you're balling them up as much as you can, and you immediately feel like Mystery Mask is puppeting you a little bit, and like your right hand opens up and then does like the thing where like one at a time each finger closes, and you are not telling them to do that. And you're able to resist it, but Mystery Mask is basically, because you've been hit by this like poison needle, the poison is mind control. So you feel yourself being kind of mentally attacked by Mystery Mask now.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Grouse, how you doing surrounded by all those sharks?
I'm not completely surrounded, right? There was an explosion and a bunch of garbage behind me.
Yeah, right. Yes. Correct.
So I think this is okay. So the thing I want to do, I'll just say the thing I want to do is like talk to Thresher.
Yeah, that's how comics work. What do you say?
Particularly because when Elena and Shanti were infiltrating Thresher's group, Grouse didn't actually, or Shanti didn't really say anything. Shanti was just like kind of there. So they talked about it like the shop, but Grouse is relying on her voice not being too much of a giveaway. But I think the thing that Shanti wants to say is basically like, do I know the Mystery Mask stuff? Did I overhear that also?
Which stuff?
The like
weird face
him
stuff?
showing up and then Thresher being like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
Okay.
Totally.
Then I think the thing that Grouse says to Thresher is like, I know this isn't the kind of job you usually take on. You weren't, you got tricked into this. You still have a way out here if you play your cards right.
Okay. That sounds like a provoke to me.
Whoops, that's not good.
Well...
That's bad for me right now.
It is. Provoke is if you provoke someone susceptible to your words, say what you're trying to get them to do, which you've done, and roll plus superior.
You don't think it's pierce the mask?
No, that's seeing a person. I was
trying to like reach out to her as a person. It's fine.
That's not about doing a thing. Or that's not about like convincing her or something.
I guess.
You
could have pierced the mask before to answer the question, how can I get your character to do blank?
Yes. But that's a different thing than what you've just done.
Yeah.
Also your superior is 2, isn't it? Oh, but it's
but I have guilty.
Because you did, because you're
minus
crimes.
2, so I basically roll 0. Which is not that bad, really.
It's not that bad. You're a superhero. You're a teenage superhero. Give me that roll.
Did that do math? That gave me a 10.
It did. You rolled 2 6s, plus minus 2, and got a 10. So you fucking aced it. Holy shit.
Fantastic.
What did you say again?
I said, like, I know this is bigger than the kind of job that you normally take. We can do damage control here. This doesn't have to end as bad as it seems. Like, basically kind of like a I want to be on your side here. Don't do anything foolish. Not on your side, but like I want to.
Yeah, she's like,
you're not the worst person in the room, kind of thing.
Fuck, what am I gonna? Sharks, move out and start digging, and they turn and start to dig their way out of the grenaded lobby, and she looks at you and says, I never liked birds, but for you, I'll make an exception. And turns her back to you and starts, like, using her big tail to start trying to, like, bash an exit out from this part of the room. So, yeah, you have successfully brought her basically out of the fight. Actually, I think at this point, she's, like, sees them digging, is like, this is... And then just slams her big thresher tail into the ground, which shakes the entire place again, but does break a hole so that she and hers can just hop out real quick.
Can I shout after her, like, don't bite off more than you can chew? That kind of, something like that. Something.
I think we get the panel of her disappearing. You getting that idea. We get, like, big eyes on Grouse, like, oh! And then you shout it, and then you, like, wait to hear if she says anything back. And then we do just get, like, a little line as if the sound is coming from that way that's like, heh. From her having heard it and given it a positive, if albeit some restrained response. All right, so that leaves Vinny, who also, this is over his fucking pay grade, Mr. E-Mask, Mr. Good, the champ, and Paternoster, who is out of control. I think Vinny is, like, looking for another... Vinny has begun, like, holding onto the wall and slowly walking his way, like, down and around this entire, like, towards the side door to get away. What are the rest of you doing? Paternoster, or let's go Mr. Good. Elena has gotten in front of you to defend you. How are you feeling? What are you doing?
Gotten in front of me to defend me. I guess I'm like super thrown off by the face, right? That's gotta be what.
Yeah. I think you can immediately see that Mr. E-Mask is trying to exert, like, mind control on...
Oh, right. I forgot about that
Elena.
Part of it.
You see that instantly, because you know that he was trying that with you, and then so you immediately see the, like, hand open-close thing that you know is not Elena doing that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I shit, what is the... Can you go back to the other... to the move list real quick? I want to read... what is it? There was something that was it was a mundane role that I thought would be good, but I can't remember what it was. I think I wanted to... I know that I literally pierced the mask, but I think I wanted to I think I wanted to roll for pierce the mask on Mystery Mask. But he seems like he's busy. I think I have to stop this other thing first.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna roll to directly engage a threat. Is what I'm gonna do.
What are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. Like, what's the screen? What happens on the screen?
I think I'm gonna try to break eye contact, and by doing that, I'm going to make Mystery Mask's eyes face up to the ceiling because I'm punching him in the chin, like an uppercut.
So you like slide under to do this big uppercut. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a directly engage the threat.
The other thing it could be is defend.
It could be defend also, 100%.
Both are bad. So I think because I have the condition that makes it harder to defend, but defend is better anyway, so it's kind of a wash. I think this works better as defense, sort of reciprocal defense from us. And so I have... So it doesn't do the penalty, right? So
Well, I was doing it as a flex.
Weird flex, but okay.
Okay. So would I do situational penalty -2?
Yes, that is what you do. Yeah.
Okay.
And that is a 9. Hey, that could be a 10 if someone spends team.
That was also... Oh, never mind. That's not a...
That was not a
12
double
minus
6.
2
It was
is.
still a good one, though.
There's a version of this where I could see myself spending a team by, like, having absolutely zero control and then trying to just, like, wrestle this fire hose of laser light.
Hold on, sorry. I think that it might have calculated this incorrectly. I'm not So I had +3 in Savior.
You do.
And so this is 4. I rolled a 4 and a 6.
You rolled a 10.
Added -1.
Which is not right. It should be
It should have
be
added
10
1.
plus 3, which is 13, minus
Minus
2.
1, which is 11.
Yeah, so
11,
this,
yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
this didn't do it. So this is a full hit. I
It
think.
is a full hit.
Oh, dang.
You got a full hit. All right. So when you defend, again, you can add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, clear a condition.
Did we add influence to the pool when I got the full hit last time?
We added, you mean team to the pool?
Team to the pool?
Yes, we added team to the pool from defend. That was from the champs defend, is what that was from.
Oh, that's for the defense.
Not
specifically.
for-
I thought it was for full hit specifically.
No.
Got it.
No.
Okay.
So again, it is either add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition. So you could clear and secure, you could take influence over Elena, or you can add a team to the pool.
I'm going to.
I also have a really important question about how this is framed in the comic, but we'll get there in a second.
I'll clear my condition.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So go ahead and clear insecure. So here's my question. Also, you should mark help a teammate when they most need you. Is the thing you should do.
Yeah.
I feel like this is when I medium needed someone.
Well, yeah. Okay,
You're about to be
listen.
possessed.
You're going to be possessed. That would have sucked, right?
You don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have
Hey,
been
listen,
sick
I
to
was
be.
I was insecure, and I got my thing back. So
That did happen.
and it makes perfect sense because I was like, oh, maybe I can't take this mystery mask guy, and then I'm like, oh, I guess I can take this mystery mask guy.
Yeah, I guess it's actually super okay. When you fulfill a marked drive, strike it out and choose one. Mark potential, clear a condition, or take influence over someone involved.
Wait, what?
So you just cleared out at one of these drives. You did one of these
Oh.
things that you were supposed to do, help a teammate. So now, mark potential, clear a condition, or take influence over someone involved. Which is now, at this point, it's either Mystery Mask or Elena.
Influence over mystery mask. What is that? That's how you beat one of these villains, right?
Influence opens the door to certain things. So, like, so for instance, Shanti just used provoke on Thresher. She didn't have influence on Thresher, but because I don't think she needed it to make that case. I think to make a case on someone like Mr. E Mask, you need to have influence over them, right? He is not here to hear what a superhero has to say about shit. He's operating at this whole other level, unless you have influence on him, in which case he might be interested in hearing what you're saying, or you might be able to provoke him into doing this or that thing,
Yeah.
In a sense, what I'm saying is actually, I think y'all did have influence over Thresher because she is at heart a good person who is in a tough situation and knows that, whereas, and so like seeing heroism is going to be something that she has to contend with, whereas seeing this guy doesn't give a fuck what you teenagers think,
Yeah, I'm a bug face man. I'm a crab face man.
Not a bug, please, thank you.
I'm a chitin face dude.
Yeah,
Sea bug.
exactly.
Aren't they kind of bugs?
They're kind of bugs, yeah.
Yeah. But you can also mark a potential, which is get an XP. Or clear a condition. But you've already cleared a condition. So.
I'll take. At first I was thinking of maybe just retaking influence over the champ, but I think Mystery Mask would be more fun to do.
All right, sounds good. So add that to your influence over. That's fun. So here's the reason. Here's the thing that happens. This is the thing I needed to know how it's like drawn. You did an uppercut to this big bug-faced man, to this crab-faced man, who has a big needle, like, chin knife thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Right? Which means, like, in my mind, it's drawn from the side, and you angle your fist exactly right, so you can connect behind it without getting stabbed by it, which is, like, the gutsiest, scariest shit you could do, because if you get cut by it, you know that you will also get mind-controlled. So is that what it is? Do you just, like, go under it, and you just, like, it's, like, an inch away from cutting you?
Yeah, I think, or it's that, and then, which means that you get some of the throat in there, which is the worst. Yeah.
And I think it rattles, and then you can break free, Elena. You're able to, like, break free and get your head back about you. At this point, Vinny has gone through the side door and is jumping out. Paternoster, Grouse, what are you two up to?
How do you come back from this?
It's a good question. How do you come back from this?
I'm
Also,
a
I've
human
dropped
Catherine wheel right now.
I've dropped all the basic moves in the little sidebar so that we can stay on this map and people can still look at their moves.
Oh, rad.
Are we on the? Are we supposed to be on the map?
Oh, did I move you off the map? My bad. There you go. Now you should be good.
I kind of feel like Elena and Franklin kind of have Mystery Mask in hand right now.
Yes and no.
Don't worry, I'm gonna fuck this right up.
Love it. Here's my question. Can you stop this?
I don't know. That feels like a role. It feels like something I feel like this is something I'm also interested in doing. I don't want to knock this building into the ocean more than I'm knocking it into the ocean already. So yeah, what is a role that is like...
So this is the thing is, like, I almost, you didn't fail that roll, right? You just mixed successed it, right? So that was not a
Yeah, it
thing.
became unstable.
It did become unstable. A thing that it said at the time was, and I didn't do this at the time, so I didn't, 1 second, let's see. So it says, unstable is about unintended additional consequences, often dangerous to you or others. We got that.
Yep.
Unstable effects never take away from the core success of the roll. You still did what you intended to do, which definitely happened. Everyone turned and faced you, and everyone was scared, and everyone, both Vinny and Thresher leaving is a long-term result of this. Thresher probably would not have been willing to leave if not for both Shanti's success, but also you setting the stage of this whole place crumbling. But they add an additional element that complicates the situation. Collateral damage, unintended consequence, or worse. The GM might even make you roll to take a powerful blow as a result of an unstable effect. So, one of two things could happen here. You could take a powerful blow from this. That could be you trying to hold it in, is like stopping the light from going out, which is great. Or you could take a condition, but I kind of like take a powerful blow here.
Yeah, and I think I know how I would like to narrate it. Which is, I think I go up through the roof.
Okay.
And we just get this, like, extremely wide shot of
Yeah.
very distant shot of this just kind of, like, ball of arcing light coming shooting out of the roof of the opera house. And then just, like, 4 discrete panels of, like, a wing mirror on someone's car breaking, a newspaper box exploding, as just like various light beams just like arc briefly across Bluff City. And then I think I don't
So
know
give me the
whether-
roll, because we don't know how it ends. You have to do this, take a
Oh,
powerful
I have
blow.
to roll.
Yes.
Oh, I have to take the powerful blow.
You have to take
right.
the powerful
I just
blow.
Thought
It's
I
a
got
move.
I just
No.
thought I got to narrate taking a powerful blow.
That's a good setup, though, because now we'll see how badly it goes.
Right,
Give me
totally.
there's a little button next to conditions that you can hit.
Oh yeah.
And
okay.
you have one,
Do I want
so
this to be a high number
You want
or
this to be a
low
low
number?
number, and so the fact that you already have one condition marked, which is insecure, as your powers are falling apart, is perfect.
Okay, here we go.
7.
Ooh.
Okay, that's middle of the road. When you take a powerful blow, roll plus conditions. On a 7 to 9, choose one. You lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground. Your opposition gets an opportunity. You struggle past the pain. Mark 2 conditions. So that to me, I mean, it could be any of them. You'd have to figure out how to frame that.
Oh, I think I'd like to mark 2 conditions.
Okay, which ones are you marking?
I am going to mark. So I think the moment this realization comes is as I get my powers under control. And just the light go out, and we just get this like extreme close up on the face of Paternoster, like 300 feet in the sky at night in Bluff City. And I think I'm afraid, and I think that I am guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And I just begin to fall back towards the the
pier,
the auction house again.
Yeah. You're just like full speed falling, and the light is like, I think the light at this point is flickering out, basically. You know, so it's like it's no longer doing damage, but then we do get this still like a disco ball effect of you falling, and this like flick, 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 flick as you're falling down, so people can still see you. You know.
Oh yeah.
Grouse, what do you do? Or whoever. Paternoster is falling from the fucking sky.
I want to catch Paternoster. Is the thing I want to do. And I think this is a very good time for bird telekinesis, right?
Oh yeah, sure, 100%.
So, I think it seems like a bit much to have like birds swoop in from the ceiling again and have to like do that. I think it's cooler if the birds swoop in from the hole that Thresher left.
Mm-hmm.
Because then they can like, I think we agreed that bird telekinesis could be a lot of things. So I think this is like they sort of swoop in and like I'm imagining the formation that like the snowbirds and stuff take, where it's like they're kind of like an arrow, but maybe there's 2 birds at the front instead of 1, so they split symmetrically around Grouse and then reform to catch Paternoster.
So are they catching Paternoster like in their beaks with their bodies?
I imagine.
What types of birds are these?
This is maybe overthinking it, but I want like seagulls. I want seagulls.
Okay, so smaller
well, actually, no.
birds.
We had some seagulls already. I don't want to.
There's a lot of seagulls here. This is the shore.
I know.
I thought we had the big ones.
Like
what are the big ones?
We had an albatross.
We had an albatross. We've had
right.
mockingbirds. I think we've had seagulls.
Yeah.
We've had Ruperts.
Whatever the hell he is.
Cock of the mock?
It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing half fake. So
anyway, I kind of want these to actually be like those kinds of like wading birds that have like really long legs.
Like cranes and herons and stuff?
Yeah, like cranes, herons. I'm not sure what you'd get one for like salt water of those, but there must be something.
There are herons in the marshes and stuff near here.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be cool if it was like a arrow-shaped or like a chevron-shaped formation of herons, and then like the first pair use their beaks, but then the ones behind like maybe catch it. They like use the beaks so they can like guide Paternoster onto her back,
right?
And then the others like kind of catch her like that.
Mm-hmm. They don't like open up her wings so she can glide with them.
That seems very complicated.
It does.
Although we also do have bird hairdressers, so
it's true. We did. That's true.
I think it's just cooler if they just like set her down.
Wait, we'll see what happens when you roll. Actually.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that this feels like defend also, right? From an immediate threat, the threat is the ground. Yeah, this is defend.
Okay. Savior.
Which is, what is that, Savior? Yeah. Which you have what in? Ooh, well, there goes the
0 or 1. I have 1 in Savior.
Yikes!
I got a 5. That's not good.
You got a 5.
My God.
You hard miss.
This is
what
bad.
falls apart here, Shanti? Do the birds not listen? Are they not strong enough? Is it out of range? Are you distracted by Mystery
I know
Mask?
what it is. It's like it's this formation that looks really beautiful, like flying in. But the formation that I described has like a big flaw for the way I actually described this maybe working, which is there's nothing under those first two. They all spread out.
No.
Maybe the birds were like, oh, she has wings. Well, like the ones on the outside will catch the wings, but the wings are all like fucked up. So I think maybe they like grab Paternoster by the ankles to like initiate this plan, but then what that does is just like drops her upside down.
Boy.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna need two
I didn't know your
things.
savior was a 1. I would have done this because Paternoster
We're
is my
gonna
love.
yeah. So here's the two things that are gonna happen. One, I need you to mark a condition, Janine.
Am I just
Shanti.
falling upside down now?
You're gonna need to take another blow. Take a powerful blow, and now you have a conditions 3.
Boy.
So the powerful blow here.
I mean, roll the dice and see what it is
Yep.
first, right? Let's see if it's bad, because that way you can know how to condition.
Oh, but it's +3 now?
It's +3. Oh, that's a 14.
Pow!
It does. It says kapow on our screens. So,
Oh my god. I have to tweet this and say, this is also bad.
on a 10+, when you take a powerful blow, roll plus conditions marked. On a 10+, choose one. You must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
Oh my god. So my options are remove myself from the scene,
Yeah.
lose control of my powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
Yes, lash out
Which would-
verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions, which would be all of your your things, right? Or damn near it?
It would be...
All of them.
Hopeless and angry are a suitable reaction to what just happened, though, to be fair.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think I might remove my... What I want is the visual of Paternoster hitting the water, right? I want, like, her fall to have been slowed by the bird, by the bird disaster, such that it's not fatal.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like it's both a very superhero and a very Bluff City image to see, like, a living disco ball burst from the ceiling of an auction house, seemingly be attacked by a group of birds, and then fall clean into the ocean.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, I don't know that I want to narrate what is happening to Paternoster once she hits the water.
No,
because
I
we
think
can do
just-
that later. Like,
Yeah,
this is just
splash. Yeah.
yeah.
Great shot, though, of just like this ball of color slamming into the ocean, and then the waves kind of kicking up, the water kicking up, and it just says splash.
And the surf is like briefly colored before the light
yeah.
flickers and dies.
And I also think a big wave is coming this way now.
Amazing.
Which is great. Also, hey, Elena, Shanti just really fucked up saving your love. Mm-hmm. Real bad. What do you do?
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to...
Get yourself
I don't
into
know
the
how to
7.
punch
How old
this.
is Elena?
I think it was 16,
Okay.
17
They are
maybe.
being 16.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I have 2 conflicting impulses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna talk this out right here. I'm gonna go with 3. I have 3 conflicting impulses because I want to weave in my existing impulse.
Yeah.
1, I want to go just like be mad, right? I want to just go, shove grouse for fucking up. Like, 2, second impulse, I want to just dive in the water after Paternoster. And 3, I still don't like that Franklin had to defend me. That's some bullshit right here.
Sorry?
I can punch people in the neck just great. I don't need this shit.
Rivalry's great.
Yeah.
Someone helps you, fuck you. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
I'm helping you. You don't help me.
I help you.
I help you. That's how the helping goes here. Oh no.
So what are you thinking? Oh, is there... One second. I want to make sure... I love this effect, and I don't think we should change it, because I like what just happened. But I do want to make sure that there was nothing we could have done here. One second. So, yeah, I have to bring this up, which is... You could have all spent team to go save, or two of you could have spent team to save Paternoster from hitting the water. Oh, wait, no, you couldn't have. This is so much higher. You would have to spend... You only have 3 team. You couldn't have. Okay, phew. I forgot that Jack rolled a 14.
We could have spent team to bump that 5.
You could have spent... Yes, that's what you could have done. Yes, two of you could have spent team to bump the 5 to a 7. I'm fine playing forward from this because this is a great sequence. And maybe it's telling that we didn't spend team.
Yeah.
Or we're the sort of comment that goes, but that's not what really happened.
No, I'm not in that kind of comic. I think I'm going in the water.
Okay.
So are you just
I'm
running out of the back of the thing and just diving in?
I think so. And I don't think that Elena is particularly good at this.
What is
But I
this?
think this is like...
Swimming?
I mean,
Yeah.
diving after someone is not... Lifeguards are not swimmers, you know? Like...
Wait.
Or they are, but...
Yeah.
But like the skill of life... You don't learn how to be a lifeguard in your swimming class, I guess is what I mean.
I don't know that we need a roll for this. Like, this is... You're going to go get her, you know? But it's... You're out of the scene to do it.
Yeah,
Right.
I think I'm okay with that.
I don't want to, like... I'm not rolling for you to miss saving her. You know? That's not... No one's drowning tonight.
So,
That's not
so
what
right
this
now
is.
we're 2 out of the scene.
2 out of the scene.
I'm very good at rolling to not...
Fair.
I think that's still defend. I think I would do very well.
I
but
suspect, yeah. If you want to roll, you can roll, but I think that's... So, Elena,
Could
do
the
you
roll
just, like...
be to just to not both be out of the scene?
No,
It's either you're out of the
she has to
scene
go
or-
swim into the ocean and save...
fair.
Like, no one's like, all right, Mystery Masking, like, and I'll wait here for you to get back.
Fair's fair.
Yeah. I appreciate that you gave it a roll just to see.
yeah.
You would have
was a
succeeded
12.
easily. All right, so Franklin, Paternoster... No, Paternoster, you're also in the ocean. Franklin and Grouse, you are now in this building. That is. I don't know why I moved you, Grouse. I didn't mean to do that. That is slowly collapsing. And Mystery Mask is here, and I think is like beginning to float a little bit higher now. And I think he says, "You are fools to deal with this. This is beyond your comprehension." And that's just in your head. So he isn't saying this out loud.
Deal with what?
There are worlds and consequences you cannot comprehend.
Can I get the move list back?
Yeah. You have it in the sidebar now, like in where your sheet is. Should be
sidebar.
basic moves 1 and 2.
Oh, got it.
And
Yeah.
handouts. Yeah.
Okay.
1 is the one you probably want. 2 is like
Yeah.
some other stuff.
God,
I think he says like, "Begone, children."
So like on some level I want like more information, right? But I'm also like fucking this villain sucks and is a villain. And so I'm just directly engaging it. I am like in the middle of him being like you stop the blah blah blah. I'm just going and just tackling him again.
All right, yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to arrest him. I think I'm just gonna be like you're under arrest. like try to like.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
Well, you know, Franklin's Franklin.
Grouse, what are you going to say? We can roll this thing, Franklin.
I was going to say, should this have triggered been reading the files?
Sure, yeah, because did you not do it last time?
I haven't been reading the files, Mr. Mask.
All right, so then give me a reading the files, and Franklin, you give me this attack. This is definitely, this is 100% directly engage. Yeah. So Janine, Chanti, you got a 9 on reading the files. On a hit, tell the team one important detail you've learned from your studies. GM will tell you what, if anything, seems different than you remember. So what is one thing you know about Mr. E-Mask?
Would this be different than the thing we've already established about him?
Which is what?
That he's like a kind of half criminal, like he kind of dips around on both sides of it, does minor stuff.
I think that's fair. So yeah, I
He's
think you're
crab
able to,
face man.
You don't know that part. That is that's part of the thing that is different. And I can say that like this seems to be a different scale of conflict than what like Mr. E-Mask is. To use real comic book things, Mr. E-Mask had been for Goldfinch a sort of Mysterio level character, or a Mr. Mixel. What I can never say that guy's name.
Mr. Mixelpidalix.
Mixizpidalic. There's a Z in there.
Mixizpidalic. In that, and maybe actually what's being revealed is actually here it is. We thought he was a Mysterio. We're learning he's a Mixizpidalic, which is you're a goofball who does illusion magic and shit. Like you're just a weirdo, buddy. And like, oh wait, no, you are actually connected to some really weird interdimensional strangeness. I think the things that you're seeing here are like in the records, you have like Waxwing's records that are saying like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy just like uses like modern technology to do, not illusions, but just like tricks of the eye, and is not actually involved in any sort of superpower shit. This is very clearly that, and also even as someone who's like been involved with minor heists mostly, in fact, I think maybe here's a thing there was a case that Waxwing and Goldfinch actually worked together that was about a bank robbery, and they were pretty sure that Waxwing was pretty sure that the robbery was involved Mr. E-Mask and the Coast Guard, but Goldfinch rejected her evidence and said that it didn't add up, and instead they ended up pinning it on somebody else who ended up confessing to the crime, and the cops took it from there. And the Coast Guard and Mr. E-Mask were ruled to be not involved. Or not ruled, like Mr. E-Mask didn't come up in the court case, but the Coast Guard was certainly like, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Somewhere out in the world, Florence Slowly was also part of this, Jack, you may recall.
Yeah, was this the one that fell apart?
Mm-hmm.
This was the one that she investigated and just like,
Hector who told Florence Slowly, your Norlandia character, that this was a robbery done by the Coast Guard. And that was like a dead end. That did not come together. And what we now know is it didn't come together because Goldfinch told the cops it doesn't come together. And they took her word. Because she's Goldfinch.
Goldfinch told
the police that it was not the Coast Guard. And by extension, it was not Mr. E-Mask, who, like the Coast Guard, is this weird hermit crab-faced guy.
The Coast Guard is also hermit crab-faced guy.
Oh, yes. Again, from Norlandia.
And only Waxwing and that one rickshaw guy.
They're on it. So yeah, that's the thing is like, oh, is this guy was just tied to like weird bank heists, not strange interdimensional paintings. But, maybe when you get back and get to read more of the files, you will see, in fact, that some of the things that went missing in those banks, from that bank, were some old paintings. All right, give me the attack roll. Franklin, did you already do that? No.
I didn't. I wasn't sure if I'm doing Savior or Danger this time.
This is just danger, I think. Yeah, I don't think this is near... no, you know what? You're dramatically under fire, but you're dramatically under fire by the giant wave coming this way. This place is going to fall apart any second now, so yeah, go ahead and give me a Savior. And that is a 9. So when you get a 9, it is you trade blows. Pick one, resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten.
I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies.
What type of opportunity are you creating?
I want to create enough of an opening for everyone else to be able to leave.
Cool, that's fine. So what does that look like? Are you pinning him to the ground? Are you?
Yeah. I was trying to subdue him. Mm-hmm. I don't think that I do because I rolled a 9, which means I'm going to end up taking blows. Mm-hmm. But I at least get far enough to where it buys some time for people to start running away.
Yeah. So I think at this point everyone can get away. Give me take a powerful blow as the wave hits this dock. So just roll conditions, which I think
so I guess I could detain Mystery Mask if the blow is from the wave.
I mean, the blow is from the blow is from the sequence. Do you know what I mean? Like that's just you're holding him down. You're trying to detain him. This wave is going to wash you all away.
Roll plus condition, so it's just a
0.
basic
so
roll.
Just 2d6, yeah. Flat roll. That is a 7. On a 7, you lash out verbally, you give ground, opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
I'm going to mark 2 conditions.
Okay, which ones do you mark?
Hopeless and insecure.
Okay. So then, what we get is... So, Chanti, how do you get out of this, as this is...
Y'all laughed at me when I said we had an amphibious car.
That's true, I did.
But we have a fucking amphibious car.
So you hop in that and drive out into the sea?
Get the hell in, everyone. We're going shopping.
I mean, the thing is, we now, because you've marked these things, and I guess we get the shot then of, like, this place fucking falls all the way apart. It completely just, like, implodes. And then the 3 of you, I guess, which is Chanti, Elena, and I almost said Hella. No, Hella is not here. Hilda. Hilda?
No, didn't I? So was I like full on properly?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just asking your name, Hilda.
Oh yeah, Hilda.
Yeah, Hilda. We definitely get the panels of Elena grabbing you from the sea, 100%, and like pulling you out from drowning. No one was going to roll to make you not. That sequence is over. You're back in the scene, but you might be knocked out still. Or you might be like out
just
of it,
like spluttering water.
Yeah, totally. But you're able to get in this car for sure.
I did roll and I nailed it.
You did roll and you nailed it. You didn't need to roll. What we then get though is Mr. Good. Like you're in this collection of, now driftwood. This pier that's fallen apart. This collection of wood and brick and metal. And wires, it's dangerous. And you see Mr. E. Mask is also pinned down, and is like trying to get out from underneath some planks of wood and stuff. And you kind of have a choice here, right? Which is like you can keep engaging here, or you could go. But you did not choose the thing that gives him an opportunity to escape. So you still have an opportunity to continue this fight if that's what you want to do.
Yes,
but you are one-on-one. Okay.
This is still dramatically under fire. It has to be.
This is now 100%. You are now alone fighting someone who used to fight Superman, right? And you're fighting a Superman villain, and you are Robin.
Right. Yes. And also we're like in the water, and it's dangerous, and there's waves and debris.
Yes.
9.
That's, again, not great. Same choices as before.
Can I not take kind of like use a thing?
You could now you could now selfishly use a team if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm totally selfishly using a team for sure.
So the way that works is you, where'd it go?
No
team
one else
members
here.
can also spend team to act selfishly. When you act selfishly, say how your actions ignore or insult your teammates. Remove one
I think
team
just
from the
by
pool.
Continuing to engage is ignoring or insulting my teammates.
Sure.
By this I'm the outcomes here are like I could lead. Yeah.
This is not going to help you, unfortunately.
No? Why is
because the way this thing works is you get to shift a label. Your label is already at +3. It can't go up to +4.
Oh, it doesn't increase the roll. It just shifts the label.
It shifts the label. Yeah.
Okay.
So unfortunately, even doing that it does not give you a +1. It only gives you a +1 when someone else spends it, but everyone else is out of the sequence at this point.
Can we, let's see. How about, shit. Okay, alright. No, that still wouldn't work.
Can I double back in the car?
No,
Okay,
I mean, you're close enough that if Franklin wanted to come, if Mr. Good wanted to get in that car, Mr. Good could go get in the car. But you cannot be both saving the people who are out in the ocean with the car and also here helping.
My slight rewind, because I didn't really understand how the team worked.
Yeah.
We don't have to allow this, but if instead of directly engaging, I'm provoking, and then I can use 2 team to bump that up. But because that would be superior, which I have 0 in, and that would then using 2 team would be a 2.
You're only able to remove 1 team to act selfishly.
Okay.
So remove 1 team.
And that still wouldn't work with the math anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just take the 9.
So yeah, what do you do as you directly engage this threat?
It's so hard to fight in the water, right?
It's hard to fight in the water. There's locks.
The weirdest thing.
Again, there's loose electrical cables.
Yeah.
This is all very fucking dangerous.
I think that what I'm doing... Oh, this is good. I bet I grab the cables carefully, and I pull, find a taut one to sort of pull myself with some momentum and sort of kick. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. You're doing a Spider-Man kick.
Yeah, I'm doing the web sling, but it's instead of in the air, it's in the water with electric cables.
Okay, I want to be clear. Those are electric cables. They're still electrical.
Yeah, but if you grab the rubber part, you're fine.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, probably.
On a 9,
water conducts electricity
fine, but
real
theoretically, I could be fine.
We're gonna here's what's gonna happen is you do this kick. What's the option you're taking from directly engage a threat? Resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity, impress, surprise, frighten.
On a 9, I'm gonna resist or avoid their blows.
Okay, so yeah, you slam into this dude, and you see you slam into him, and it pushes him around, and he thrashes out. And let me see his moves really quick. He grabs at the cable. And he grabs the cable from that you're swinging on, and the part with the electricity, and he holds it above the water, and he says, "Leave now. You don't belong here." And is gonna dip it into the water, and theoretically electrocute you both. This seems to not be a concern for him. He fights Superman.
So I obviously, I reject this.
Mm-hmm.
This is my whole thing.
I guess actually this is so if you're rejecting this, then you actually have to do the reject move.
Okay.
Which is to reject someone's influence roll.
Roll flat.
Roll on a hit. You successfully
I have influence over Mystery Mass.
People can have influence over each other. Yeah, you could have.
No, but does that help my roll? Do I have or is it still flat 2d6?
I don't think that helps.
No, I don't think it does either.
Okay.
Because you're not comparing influence. You're resisting.
Yes. Oh. Wait 1 second.
Okay.
Your initial, we actually have to go back. That was a 10. That 9 was a 10.
Oh, it was? Why?
Because you have influence over him.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
awesome.
100%. So, you hit him head on. You don't take damage or whatever. You get, in fact, 2 of those things. So, resist or avoid their blows. And then you get 1 more of those things. So, actually, this is still going to keep going, unfortunately, because this is how the system works.
That's fine. Yeah. I don't mind.
So, what is the other thing you're taking? Besides
the other thing I'm taking is...
Or it's take something, create an opportunity, or impress, surprise, or frighten.
I'm trying to think. Creating an opportunity for my allies, that seems like it's out of the cards, because there's no allies here. Oh, I know what it is. He's frightened.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because he fights
actually,
Superman.
He was already
and who the
frightened,
fuck
so now
am I?
he is. Yeah. So now he is not just afraid; he is hopeless.
Okay.
Which is because you already made him afraid earlier in this fight.
Okay.
So hopeless. Yeah. Okay. So just to peek behind the curtain, when villains get one of these conditions, when they get afraid, angry, guilty, hopeless, or insecure, they lash out and do specific things. What he does is so he grabs that electricity, the electrical wire, and just sparks, some nearby fuel that's in the water or something, or maybe one of the pieces of wood, and catches it on fire. And so now this whole place is burning. The whole place around you is on fire, and he floats up out of the water, and says, I don't need to beat you here, Franklin. You can't kill me. You can't take me in. Leave with your life. And that is the thing you'll have to resist if you want to reject it.
Now I'm resisting this, yeah.
So
and
I
just want to read that. That's basic moves 2. Is that that's probably where
that's
that is?
on when you reject someone's influence. So either you accept what they say or reject their influence.
Yeah.
If you accept what they say, you'd leave, and I'd adjust your labels accordingly. Or maybe I would just adjust your labels. You could still stay. When you reject someone's influence roll on a hit, you successfully hold on to yourself and tune them out. And that's just roll 2d6.
Wait,
Okay,
counterpoint. Why do you want to stay?
Why do I want to stay?
So Mr. Good has a drive that is take down a threat on your own.
And also
Alright.
to reject someone who tells you that I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, both of
So
those things.
this is relevant for 2 of my drives.
Mr. Good believes that he's a superhero, even though he doesn't have any superpowers, and is happy to throw his life away.
Cheers.
Should I did roll already to resist. It's this.
Oh,
8
did
right
you? I
here.
didn't see that. Yeah, it's
that
the
was
same
from
roll, then.
before.
Yeah,
That was
it's the
from
same
before. It's the same roll though, so we're just
8.
gonna keep it. Okay.
Yeah, let's keep it.
So now
So-
I pick one of this list. It's clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Shift one label up and one label down. Your choice. Cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them. So I'm kind of stuck between immediately acting to prove them wrong or canceling their influence and taking +1 forward. Those are both really good.
They're both
and would
very
both
good.
help me here.
Mhm.
But I think that I'm going to cancel their influence. I think a bad
That
thing would
seems
be to have the
accurate.
villain have influence over me.
Yep.
And
All right.
also, it seems accurate. So so that's what I'm doing, and so I have +1 forward. How do I get this guy in the air?
I don't know.
What sort of debris is around me?
What type of debris do you want for this sequence?
I want to throw something that's on fire at him.
Sure,
Try
there's
to catch him on fire.
You want a propane tank that was running some hors d'oeuvres, heating some hors d'oeuvres, and it's now literally spitting fire.
Oh
you can have
yeah,
that.
or even a congealed pile of sterno.
Yeah, sterno stuff. That's great. Sterno fluid. You're gonna throw a big thing of flaming sterno at him. That's actually better.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Go ahead and give me the directly engage a threat.
All right.
Again, this is using the good one for you.
Yeah,
This is definitely under fire.
This whole scene
Literally.
I think is the good one.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
that's a 5.
Yeah.
Again, you couldn't boost this if you wanted to. Give me a conditions. Take a powerful. Actually, I think this is actually, you see it beginning to go bad. You see, you pick up this pile of sterno and you see the spark hit, mark afraid, and then roll conditions.
Mark afraid.
And then take a powerful blow. You should also reject someone who tells you you shouldn't be here. So you did that one at least.
Okay. What happens when you do the condition? When you clear a drive, what do I do there?
You get potential, you take influence over someone involved, or you get...
Oh, wait, I just had +1 forward. That's a 6, not a 5.
That's still a failure.
Is it? Oh,
Yes.
right, yeah.
Yeah, I did think of that, sorry.
Yeah, and then
It's right on the line.
Fail, yeah. Wait, sorry, what do I do with the clear drive?
We'll deal with it. None of those should affect this.
Okay.
I'm double checking, but for whatever reason, it's not in that thing.
I thought one of them was clear condition, right?
Oh, it is. I think you're right. I think one of them is clear condition, so you could clear one of these conditions.
Okay. Let's do. I'm clearing insecure. So even though I meant to do afraid. Wait, am I afraid or angry? What did you say?
Afraid.
Afraid, yeah.
Yeah. Still give me
Okay.
a condition roll.
Condition roll. Where is?
It's above all your conditions. Let's take a.
Oh, right.
All right, so that is
that's
a
wrong.
9.
That's the wrong thing. I have to re-roll it. That was
that's just
flat
well, we
2d6.
You can keep that roll. That's a 9 plus 2 is an 11.
Is that good?
Nah.
Okay. I was just gonna re-roll the right button. But
you rolled a 9.
Okay.
We're gonna keep the roll.
Oh, okay. This is the higher one is better. Got it.
No,
This is the higher one is worse.
Yeah. So on a
Got
10
it.
plus, you must remove yourself from the situation, lose control of yourself and your powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from the 7 to 9.
All right. Lose control of my powers in a terrible way. That doesn't really.
That
mean
doesn't really
anything
work.
for me.
Yeah. No.
Take a powerful blow to. Okay. I can't lash out verbally.
Yeah. Not
So I
really
would
a
have
person
to
here.
give up ground and mark 2 more conditions.
Yeah.
So I guess I really only have one option, which is that I must remove myself. I have to run away.
Yeah. Do you run away? Do you you get blown back by this sterno? This sterno explodes and blows you onto the shore.
Okay.
And then I think you have that choice, or maybe it's into the water. It's into the water because it's in between where you see that he begins to levitate some of the broken driftwood up into the air and is building something with it that looks sort of like a door in shape. And you're between him and between your friends. And I think it's just even if you started swimming at this point, you wouldn't be able to make it there. And so you fled this scene, right? That's the thing that's happened here.
Mm-hmm.
He builds a door out of broken driftwood and then floats over to it, opens it, and then walks into the nothing and disappears. And then I think Shanti rolls up in an aqua car. What's the horn like on this thing, Grouse?
I think it is. I imagine it's the horn that you can program, and there's a very limited sort of range of notes, kind of like when you're making an Animal Crossing town tune, town song. So I imagine it's like the melody of a song that Shanti really likes. No one else has ever heard it.
I'm just glad it's not Dixie. That was the worst idea.
No. It's just something that to most people's that's a bunch of sounds, sure. And then to her in her head, she's humming the lyrics, she knows.
Great. So yeah, you get in.
It's Thanks for the Memories by Fall Out Boy.
The song that no one knows.
Not in Bluff City. Yeah, we've all forgotten it.
Are you sure it's not Mamisters? I'm pretty sure it's Mamisters.
So yeah, you're able to drive away. I guess we want a little bit of an epilogue here, but not a long one. Which is just back at the base.
Yeah.
You have all the paintings.
I look like shit.
You look like shit.
I'm wet and bleeding everywhere and all torn up.
And so is Paternoster is also all fucked up. And you have that thing in the morning.
My wings are kind of broken.
Yeah.
I think that was yesterday morning. I think that was probably this morning.
Paternoster, Hilda, you always have a thing.
Right.
In the morning.
I have another thing tomorrow morning.
Elena, how are you doing?
Pretty okay. I'm very strong. I avoided a lot of direct confrontation, and
Oh Lord!
I had a little dust up with my rival and got to save my love. I think this is a pretty good issue of the Champ Monthly.
Oh, this is how you end up getting a side comic. This is it. This is what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the Wolverine here. I'm the breakout star.
And Grouse, how are you feeling?
I'm also pretty good. Like, I'm feeling okay about. I feel like I got most of the bullet points on the list of what I wanted out of that situation. I think the thing I'm doing though is like it's me and a bunch of those birds with the really long, skinny, curved beaks fishing like broken glass and stuff out of poor Mr. Good.
Jesus Christ!
I've got some tweezers, but they're just in there with the beaks.
Right? Yeah. I
like
almost got him.
Little team.
Perfect.
You did.
I was so close.
You got close than the rest of us.
Any final thoughts here? I think this painting is just in this basement. You're in the basement, which someone pointed out today. Y'all have a basement on a pier, on like an arcade pier, which would be seen because it's a pier. You can see underneath piers, so it's definitely some Batman type shit that's hiding it.
It's just like mirrors around the sides. It's just a bunch of mirrors that reflect like the mirrors are set slightly behind the supports on the pier. So you see like the reflections of the water, and you see a reflection that looks kind of like the other leg across the underside. So people kind of don't think about it too much. But every now and then a duck gets up there, and it's kind of confusing. Not a duck, but whatever.
A duck.
And we're sure we like that better than it just being under the sand. That's better than under the sand.
Who could say? Different artists have different depictions. Are you
asking me if trick mirrors are better than it just being in a place that makes sense? Yes.
Why do there need to be trick mirrors? Why not just concrete walls that just are sitting on the sand?
Dude, that's a good point.
Pier. I don't know.
People will be like, why is there a concrete?
A pier like over the water.
Everyone would just be like, oh, it must be where they keep extra like arcade machines that aren't working.
Any other stuff before we wrap here?
I'm bleeding, and I'm just playing a game. I'm just playing like another arcade game.
The two Vitas.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is not just acting like it's another day, but it's like this is how it goes every time. This is what it is.
What were you gonna say, Hilda?
I think that Paternoster is just refusing to make eye contact with the picture.
It's trying its best to make eye contact with you. Yeah, go ahead.
Is this the sort of thing where I can like sit facing away from it? In the sense that, you know, when you're like a kid and you wake up in the middle of the night and the coat hanging on the back of your door, it takes a shape or whatever.
Yeah,
and you're just like, I'm gonna turn my face to the wall and I'm gonna look out that way.
So I guess we get you turning in one panel, and then we get Waxwing coming down the stairwell in the other one, and first her eyes go wide at you all, and she like rushes over because she sees how fucked up you are, and she is like, Jesus, what have you got? Was this the pier? You?
Well, it wasn't like totally us.
It was mostly us.
Why didn't you call for help?
I thought I had it. We all thought that we had it at different times.
And she like sighs and turns to see all these paintings. And she's like, she scans them for a second, and then she looks at the one with this like the little girl and like walks over to it and like stares back at it. And then she's like, why do you have a painting of Goldfinch?